7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you listening?
Ricky J. Sports.
What is going on, my fellow YouTubers? This is Ricky J. Big Daddy from Ricky J. Sports. You can tell I'm pumped up because today we're going to be talking about the updated rosters for EA Sports UFC 3, in particular, the new stats for some of the featured fighters. And they are featuring Conor McGregor, GSP, Cody Garbrandt, and your buddy, Bruce Lee. So we're going to talk about the 4 of these fighters and their updated stats and compare them to EA Sports UFC 2 stats. So let's start right away with good old Conor McGregor. Is he going to come back before September or what? But that's for another video. But anyhow, let's look at his stats from UFC 2. He was a 99 stand-up, 92 clinch, and 88 ground. In the EA Sports UFC 3 game, he's a 96 stand-up, he's an 87 grappler, 89 stamina, 96 health. Now, to find out those stats with respect to the stamina action, he was a 94 stamina back in UFC 2. In EA Sports UFC 3, they dropped him down to an 89. I guess they saw the Mayweather fight and the Diaz fight. And his health is an overall 96, which is crazy. And I think in EA Sports UFC 2, they never really had a health meter. They had, body health, leg health, obviously toughness, but man, that's a huge jump for health. So he could take damage, but his stamina is pretty low. 89 is pretty low compared to what he had before, which was a 94. Now let's go to GSP. Let me know your thoughts on the Conor McGregor stats kind of change there, and let me know if you agree with that. Let's go right into GSP's stats. Now last year, or in the last game, he was a 95 stand-up, 95 clinch, 92 ground. Now in EA Sports UFC 3, he's a 91 striking. Wow, that's a pretty big dip. That's interesting. Let me know if you agree with that. In a way, I kind of do agree with that, because when George used to fight stand-up guys, he would always go for those takedowns. His grappling's at a steady 94, stamina 93. So let's see what he was last year. Wow, 89 stamina. So they really bumped him up in the stamina game to a 93. And his health, they brought his health to 89. So I don't know if, compared to Conor McGregor, McGregor having a 96 health, GSP is not going to be able to take a lot of damage. And that's really, I don't know, man. A lot of people would say that, GSP can't take damage. He's taken a licking, especially in the, in the twilight of his career at the end. At the end of his career, he was taking damage, and he kept on ticking, man. Not a lot of people could take head kicks from Condit. Not a lot of people could take shots from Johnny Hendricks and keep on pushing forward, and GSP did that. But anyway, let's move on to Cody Knoll Garbrandt. They didn't really put a lot of stock into him, and they never really updated his stats. Now, for Cody in EA Sports UFC 2, he was a 90 stand-up, 86 clinch, 84 ground. And now they bumped him up from a 90 stand-up to a 94 striking ability, 90 grappling, which is, he has pretty good wrestling, I would say. And his stamina is a 92, health 91. I think they're pretty much spot on when it comes to that. And let's see, last year his stamina was a 93, so they just kind of bumped it down a little bit, stays the same. 91 with respect to health. And look at his health before for body, chin, and leg. That is terrible. They really need to they had to have fixed that. I can't believe they never fixed that. Now, the final guy is Bruce Lee. I really like what they did with Cody, though. Before I go on to Bruce Lee, let's go to Bruce right now, and let's see. Good old Lee. Wow, 96 stand-up, 89 clinch, 86 ground. Now, what they did with good old Bruce Lee, they put him down to a 93 stand-up, which I agree with, 85 grappling, 89 stamina, 89 health. Bruce did really have good stamina in his movies. He was a 90 stamina. They brought him down 1. Toughness at 90. So I don't know if toughness and health kind of relate, comparing the two games. But, I think his health at an 89 is pretty good. And yeah, that's pretty good for Lee, and he's not a grappler. And you guys know, everybody that uses Bruce Lee just wants to strike. They don't want to get into the grappling game, and you know it, man. If you're getting outstruck by Bruce Lee, the best thing to do is just to, grapple him, and you'll be fine. So anyhow, those are the featured fighters so far. I'm going to make another video on the bantamweights and some of the flyweights as well. So let me know in the comment section if you agree with the featured fighters, and I'll see you in the next video real soon. All right, people, this is Ricky J, baby, from Ricky J Sports.
And you are awesome.